Hi guys, yasas que to another episode of Dimitra's Dishes. Today we're making Amygdalota. I've made these cookies before in the past, but I'm giving them a little bit of an update because on my recent trip to New York, I had them when they were a little bit fluffier and taller, a little crisp on the outside, and they were so delicious. I wanted to share this recipe with you. In Greek, they're known as Amygdalota. They're basically almond meringue cookies. So simple to make. They're perfect if you want to give them out as gifts, if you want to make them for a party. Easter is right around the corner. If you want to add them to a cookie box, they're so good. And I was about to do a recipe in Greek known as ergolavi, which are basically these cookies that are sandwiched together with some pastry cream, but they're sweet enough, and I felt like I tested them, and the pastry cream to me was a little too much, but I'll give you those options on the blog post. Let's get started. So I'm using a stand mixer just because it's going to make the whisking of the egg whites so much simpler. I have the whisk attachment. Four egg whites are in here, and I'm going to start whisking them on high speed or medium speed until they start to froth up. And then I'm going to slowly stream in some granulated sugar. There's a cup and a half of granulated sugar. The original recipe calls for 2 cups, but I find that to be a little bit too sweet, so I reduced it to 1.5 cups, and they taste delicious. Also to the egg whites, I'm just going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to whisk these until medium peak form. I'll show you what that looks like. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes on high speed. So this is good. Now I'm going to add a teaspoon of pure almond extract and a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract. In the original recipe, I put orange blossom water instead of the vanilla. You can use rose. You can use whatever your favorite flavorings are, but I really do like the florally taste of the vanilla, so I'm going to do a teaspoon of that and whisk it until that's incorporated. That looks good. Now over here I have 4 cups of almond flour. This is just plain blanched almond flour. You find it in the baking aisle of your supermarket. I'm going to add this to the mixture a little bit at a time, and I'm just going to let it whisk on low speed until it's all incorporated. And that's it. This is the last ingredient, and then these cookies are going to be piped out and they're going to be ready in like 25 minutes. So I'm just going to remove the whisk attachment, and I'm just going to fold everything in all together using a spatula. Okay, so Layla smelled the baking going on or getting ready to start, so she came here to help. You're going to help us, Layla? Yeah. We're going to pipe these out in a little bit?
Yeah, my hands are clean.
Good. We can't ever bake or cook with dirty hands, right? Okay, so I'm just going to mix everything all together. Okay, so I have a piping bag here that's fitted with a star attachment. This is an open star. Let me get it out so I could show you. This is what this looks like. I'm going to put it in here, and the easiest way to fill a piping bag is to put it in a tall glass and fold it over. And never fill the piping bag up all the way up, because then it's going to start to come out from the back end. So we can do this in a few batches.
With that?
Probably 2 batches. Yeah, I'll start, and then you can have a try, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead and squeeze it so that way the batter can come to the tip. So you want to line 2 baking trays with parchment paper, and we're just going to pipe rosettes. We're just going to go around 2 times so that way it's nice and high. They are going to flatten out in the oven a little bit. And you want to leave some space in between, because just in case they spread, they usually don't spread, especially if you have the right amount of almond flour in there. Smells so good, right?
Yeah, what about me though?
So I have one tray ready. I'm gonna put this in the oven at 350 degrees for about 15 minutes. So while those are going, Layla and I are gonna pipe the rest out in this other baking tray. Not like that. This is kind of hard for kids to do. Go ahead. You hold it with me, okay?
No.
Okay, go ahead, squeeze. Squeeze from the top. Okay, we're gonna try this again next time, okay, Layla?
Wait, but can I do it with you then?
Yeah. Here, try this one. Squeeze from the top. Good job. Okay, so I'm going to continue piping these out. Looks like we're going to need one more tray. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, like I said before. These are going to take about 15-20 minutes in the oven. They're still going to be pale, but they're going to have a little bit of a golden hue around them, a nice golden color. I'll show you what they look like as soon as they come out. So the cookies are all out of the oven and they cooled. They took exactly 15 minutes to cook. It is a good idea once you put the cookies in, the oven is going to be set at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Reduce the heat to 325 so they don't dry out. You want the outside to be slightly crisp and gold, just a little bit golden, and the inside is still supposed to be soft and chewy and so delicious. It is time to do this taste test, but before we do that, I do want to say that once they're shaped and they're put on the baking trays, if you want to sprinkle some sliced almonds on top, like I did on one of the trays, you can do that. Or you can put an almond half on top. That's also very traditional, a blanched almond half, or you can leave them plain. It's up to you. Time for the taste test?
Yeah. Which ones are soft?
Layla likes the softer ones. So this one seems very soft, Layla.
How crispy.
Crispy? You want to try the inside one? The center?
Mm-hmm.
Layla likes the really soft one. So in New York, the reason I redid this recipe is because every time I go to New York, by my sister's house in Whitestone, if any of you guys live in Whitestone, there's a bakery there known as Aphrodite's, and they have the best almond cookies. They also have these delicious little cheese tiropitakia, which are sweet and so good. We always get them. And I make sure that I bring these home, and I wanted to recreate something similar, and this is as close as I could get to that. Slightly crisp on the outside, right? Chewy on the inside, perfect with a cup of coffee. If you want to make the ergolavi, all you have to do is make a small batch of pastry cream. You are going to have some egg yolks left over anyway, and I do have a pastry cream recipe that's super simple to make on the blog. I'll link it in this blog post as well. And then you just fill you just sandwich them together with some pastry cream. But my favorite thing to put on these is some dark chocolate. If you melt some semi-sweet or dark chocolate and dip the bottoms, it's going to be so delicious. I'll put all of the flavor combinations on the blog post over at dimitrasdishes.com. I'm going to enjoy this cup of coffee with these cookies, and I'll see you back here next time. Yes, Say bye.